Hi, Abby. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm sick. How are you?
I'm not sick, which is great. I think we reversed
Yeah,
places.
you got me sick last time. No,
Oh,
just
that
kidding.
virtual bug. Well, everybody, Miss Abby is sick, so we chatted this morning, and I agreed with her that it probably was best for her to sit this out today. But she has agreed to make a YouTube video for the project that she put together for Customer Appreciation Week, and she'll post that within the next few weeks. Abby, do you
I
think?
would say couple weeks even. I'm not, I don't know. I'm tired of being sick, so I've just decided that I'm gonna stop and then get back to work. That it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
Well, as you all know, it's very hard when you're sick, but it's even harder when you're a small business owner because nothing stops. Your business is still trying to survive. You have family, you have to take care of your family. And so Abby has been doing it all. So we're gonna let her off the hook today, and she is gonna get hopefully go home and get some rest.
I'm just gonna stay behind the scenes here and try not to get anybody sick, but still try to get some stuff caught up because this is my first day back in a while. And although I
Mhm.
can't really you know, talk very well, I can at least get some stuff done on the computer so that nobody's waiting on me for well, fewer people are waiting on me for stuff. So
But don't
sorry,
worry,
everybody.
I didn't want to completely let you guys down today. And so I am going to revisit my project with Danielle Wicks from a few weeks ago. We now have all the rolla beads for sale. And so we're going to take a closer look at those and work on my bracelet here and chit chat and hang out. So we still have fun things to come. In the meantime, Abby, they can still pick up your kit. You had just a few left, right?
Yeah, we still have kits available. You can purchase one at beadplace.net. The kit is called the Wild Whatever Kit. On the site, it's called the Soft Flex Company Customer Appreciation Kit. We have a few left, and then we were maybe thinking about doing a new colorway whenever we launch the video. So we'll see
That would
about
be
that. We'll see
exciting.
when I feel better.
Yeah, I vote for a new colorway. I think that would be a lot of fun. What do you guys think would be a really excellent new colorway for Abby's bracelet? And I can show you a closer picture here. And Abby, you can head out anytime if you feel like you need to go. Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you,
Bye,
Sarah.
Abby.
Sorry, guys.
We love you.
Love
Feel
you.
better.
Thank you.
So
Bye.
this is Abby's bracelet. She did it in a beautiful brass and colorful beads. So I wonder if a new colorway would be maybe a different metallic or maybe a solid color. What do you guys think would be a good new colorway for Abby to add for this design? And then she can read through the comments and see what you guys think. Let me jump back to comments here. Oh, Jody says she would love a new colorway. She always loves turquoise and purple. I do too. Oh, yes. I think that's a great idea. You and Brenda had the same idea at the same time. Fall colors. Yeah, that could be really fun to play around with as well. Yeah, so hopefully Abby gets some rest. I'm sad that I won't get to spend some time with her today, but I'm still here. We're going to have a great time. I'm excited to play with the rolla beads. They're really, really fun. And you guys can help me work on this bracelet. We are doing a live giveaway like we are all week long for Customer Appreciation Week. So today's live giveaway is a Peace and Love kit. Again, if you haven't gotten one before, we can also give you a different kit if you've had that one. But to enter to win today, I think I'm going to have you comment on what your favorite color of rolla bead is. And I'll go through the list of colors here at the beginning, and then I'll go through them at the end as well. And you can comment, and then Thomas will pick someone at random to win our live giveaway. You must be present at the end to win, however. So stick around to see if you are the winner. All right, let's get to it here. Where is my screen? There we go. Okay, so here's all the colors in the new roller beads. We did make it into a bundle, so you can buy every color and get 30% off on the entire bundle, or you can buy them individually if you just need a few colors. So we've got them in black. Some of them have interesting names, so I'm going to pick them each up. Dark royal. We've got opaque turquoise. I think this is one of my favorite colors. It says opaque pale blue, but it's like a tanzanite color. It's really pretty. We've got opaque yellow. I do love yellow, as we all know. Opaque light orange. I do have a green coming too when it's back in stock. These come from our friends at John Bead, and we will be beading with John Bead later this week as well with Danielle Wicks. And that is the project that I'm kind of looking at doing today, is an offshoot of something that Danielle taught me this year that's a really genius way of using Soft Touch 010. So this is our opaque red. So again, you can enter to win the giveaway by telling me which is your favorite color of rolla bead. Here's the metallic copper, travertine on chalk white, metallic gold, metallic silver. The metallics I haven't even broken open. They would make a really fantastic bracelet, I bet. And then opaque white. So here's the bracelet that I made with Danielle. And this was my very first time doing peyote stitch with Soft Touch very fine beading wire. This is a 7-strand steel beading wire. It has a very thin nylon coating. It's used for bead weaving, crocheting, knitting. Things that are very delicate and tiny can be strung on this wire, but it's very, very thin, very, very flexible, but only has a 5-pound test strength. So I, for years and years, have told people that you cannot peyote stitch with our wire. And the reason I believed that was that the way our wire works is it tends to want to go sort of in a circular pattern. And I had never really thought of trying it with bigger beads. I had only envisioned the little tiny beads that most people would use for peyote stitch. And so when Danielle approached me with this design, I was just absolutely blown away because it is possible with these larger beads. So a rolla bead, if you're not familiar, is a 4.5 millimeter tubular seed bead. They're made in the Czech Republic, and they come in even more colors than what Softflex is carrying here. They come in lots and lots of colors. I picked some of my favorite colors to bring in. And the reason why I decided to bring them in is after I did this project with Danielle, I realized that there's very few people selling these beads. I did some major Google searching, and it was really hard to find this specific kind of bead. And I want to keep working with Danielle to see what other bead stitches might work with the Soft Touch 010 wire. And maybe all of you will do some experimenting too as you get these beads in and start playing around with it. So one thing that is interesting when you're making this pattern is it does go a little bit diagonal. And Danielle and I agreed that we didn't mind that we kind of liked it. It makes it kind of feel unique and interesting and special. But I could see how that might bother some. So just be aware that that is something that just naturally happens in this pattern. There may be a way to work out adding beads to the top here and the bottom here to level it out, but that isn't something that either Danielle or I have done. This is a magnetic clasp. You can find this on the Softflix Company website. It's brand new this year from Tiara Cast, and we have them in 3-strand and 2-strand varieties. I used the 3-strand on this design, but I'm going to use the 2-strand on this one here that I'm working at. And you can see what I've done is I have changed my pattern in that I have my dark rows on the outside, and then my 2 center rows are one solid color in the middle rather than one row changing each direction. So I'll show you how to get started. I'll keep working on this one and we'll add half the clasp, and then I can finish it off on my own. I'm still not sure. I have a gold and I have a copper clasp from Tiara Cast that I can use. I was kind of feeling the copper one, but I think the gold looks really pretty too. So I guess that's another question. Do you like the gold or do you like the copper? And I'll come over and look at your questions over here. I see you have some good questions going. Do you know what bead size the rolla is equivalent to? It looks bigger than a 6. Would it be a 2? I think it's closer to a 6. I wish Danielle was here because she would just know immediately. But I bet Thomas can look that up using Google. So Thomas, you want to look up what the equivalent might be or drop Danielle an email. That would be great. Lynn says, do you have any suggestions for tomorrow's joyful beading challenge? Bead weaving with beading wire. Well, this is a perfect suggestion. Yeah, this is perfect. We are going to be doing bead weaving with beading wire for today, and you can try it on your own if you have similar beads at home for tomorrow. Mary's asking, how dark is the dark royal? Is it more of a navy? I do think it's more of a navy. Yeah, this is it here. And you can see it. Sometimes I have an easier time seeing blue and black next to each other. It's a really nice, deep, dark blue. It, in fact, matches our latest batch of Softflex dark blue lapis pretty well because it came out really dark this time. And I see you have all such a, and Lynn says she loved them all, so she already picked up her bundle. That's awesome, Lynn. Yeah, the bundle is a really good deal. You can get the whole set of beads and get 30% off if you buy it in the bundle. Okay, here we go. And a size 8 is equal to 3 millimeter. A size 6 is equal to 4 millimeter. So these are 4.5 millimeters. So it's very close to a size 6. You guys are amazing. Who needs Google? I have all of you. Oh, a lavender would be nice. This is as close to lavender as was available, and it's not a lavender. It's more of a blue. But there is a beautiful green coming that's kind of a soft green that I really love. And I'll keep my eye out for more of a purple. Thank you. I think the bundle is really nice. You can find the bundle at softflexcompany.com. Should be right on the homepage. Okay, so let's get going on this project. I'm going to restart from the center. I'm wondering if I should do my second one in a different colorway. I think I will. Oh, magnets everywhere. I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to put this aside so we don't have to argue. What did you guys think about the gold or the copper clasp? Did I get answers on that? I see a copper. Ooh, gold, copper. Okay, I think we're going copper with the blues. So let's pick 2 colors that will go well with the with gold, and I'll do that as a second colorway in this size of a bracelet. So we're doing some really cool colors here with the these really lovely blues. I wonder if I should do more of a fiery. Ooh, or maybe we'll do metallic. I don't know if this gold, no, it might be okay. This is more of a yellow gold, whereas this is more of a, do you think those would look okay together, or do you think they would clash? Is my next question. Would the gold and the gold look okay together, or would it clash? This is definitely more yellowy. What do you think? I kind of like the idea of the gold on the outside and then maybe a fun color in the center. Gold and turquoise is always really pretty. That could be kind of fun. You think they go together? I don't think it'll be noticeable. Let's try that. Let's try gold and turquoise as our second colorway. And then I will come back to this and show you how to add the clasp on, okay? That's why I did a little bit of it, because I was trying to get ahead. This morning when I found out that Miss Abby wasn't going to be able to be with us, I scrambled, as one does when it's Customer Appreciation Week, and and was like, I have been wanting to do one of these seed bead projects again, and I haven't gotten to do it. So I'm just going to take advantage of this opportunity and go for it. So we're using Soft Touch Very Fine. This is our 010 diameter. This is a knot tying stainless steel, very strong, but this particular diameter is very, very thin. And we're going to need about, for me, 2 arm lengths full, which I'm about 5 feet tall. So that's 120 inches. Danielle said maybe 90 to 120 inches. I'm going to go with the gusto and go with 120 just to be real certain that I have enough wire for my project. Okay, so work here in front. I'm going to take my wire and my outer edge comes first. So I'm going to take 2 of the golds and string 1 on each of the wires. Hi, Teresa. What is the difference between Rolo beads and seed beads? There isn't a difference. These are a seed bead, but they're a particular kind of seed bead that is made in the Czech Republic. And it just kind of gives you an idea that they're going to be a little bit more tubular in shape. They're glass and just a specific kind of seed bead. Oh, that's true, Brenda. The travertine in white would look good with the gold. Yeah, this one here. Those two together would look really nice if you wanted colors that were similar to each other. All right. Oh, lots of people agree on the gold and the turquoise. Okay, let's get going then. Okay, so I've got 1 of the Rolos on each of the strings here. And I'm trying to see if it's Rolo. I feel like it's Rolla. Yeah, they're Rolla beads. Have I been calling them Rolo beads this whole time? Because that is something I would do. Now I'm going to take both wires and I'm going to string my center color, which is the turquoise. I'm going to take these beads and I'm going to go all the way to the center of my soft touch wire. So I've got something that looks like this. If you want this to kind of stay, you can kind of pull and that'll just sort of almost kink the wire a little bit to kind of hold it in place. But this first row, you may want to also just hold on to it in your finger and your thumb. Now I'm going to pick up 1 turquoise on each wire because I'm working on the middle section of my bracelet. So I'm going to do 1 on this wire. And then I'm going to find my other wire. And so we're starting in the middle of the bracelet. And part of the reason for that is It'll make it a little more manageable to work with this much wire. Danielle found it a lot easier. And this is Danielle's pattern that I'm reteaching. So just to be real clear. So there we've got our center. And now I'm going to take both wires again. And I'm going to string one gold bead. Here we go. And then I'm going to, again, just kind of yank from both ends, sort of just placing those down, letting the wire know where it's going to sit naturally. This is what we have so far. Oh, it's okay, Teresa. Don't worry. I probably did say Rolo. They're new to us too, so don't worry about it. You do not need to apologize. Okay, so this is the center of my bracelet. Now I'm just going to kind of hold on to this wire over here, hold on to my beads, and I'm going to start building to the side here with just one wire. So I'm going to take the very end of this wire on the right, and I'm going to pick up a gold bead. And then I'm going to string back through this turquoise and pull my wire down. And then I'm going to pick up a turquoise. Same wire. Now I'm only using this wire on the right. And I'm going to string through the gold. And the pattern just continues like that over and over. And it comes together pretty quickly. So now I'm just going to lay this down here and we'll keep going. Let me see if I can close in a little bit here. So I'm at the end. So I'm picking up a gold. Oh, stay on camera. Picking up a gold. Going through the turquoise. Don't worry if it pops, it gets a little spongy like this. You're going to pull it tight as you go. It's not worth arguing with it in the process. Just kind of go with it until you get to your end, and then we'll tighten it up. Now I'm going to pick up a turquoise. And go through the gold. And seed beading, I have found, is always much easier if you don't have a lot of stuff on your table. So make a nice, decent sized space for yourself so you can freely pull your wire and not have it getting caught on things. I'm going to bring this wire up here, see if that helps hold that in place. So is everybody kind of seeing how this is coming together? Oh, that's a great idea. Maria's saying you could use a bead stopper on the non-working side. You absolutely could. It doesn't really come undone once you get going though, thankfully. Yeah, and if you miss the beginning of this video, Abby is under the weather today. You can shop her site as listed there. She will be doing a makeup video, and we're really sad to miss her today. I thought since she wasn't able to make it, I would at least work on a seed bead weaving project, which does align with our joyful beading calendar, and keep the good bead vibes going on her behalf. But it is very hard as a small business owner when you get sick. It was one of my biggest fears during COVID. Even though we are a bigger company in amount of employees, we have a small team in Sonoma, and each person plays a really important role in our company, from shipping to packaging to customer service to procurement. And so my biggest fear was that we were going to have, multiple people go out with COVID at the same time and have to be out for like 10 days. So we were so careful and continue to be pretty careful. And thankfully have only had a few staff members contract COVID, and none of them have given it to others on the team, which has been great. Because that is, when you're a small business and you have multiple people out, it shuts everything down, and that can be devastating. So thankfully, Abbi has a great team that's been keeping her bead store going. She's a little behind, but that's good. And, our friends over at Allegory Gallery also had a similar situation. They had a little bit different. Abbi just has a cold, whereas the guys over there ended up with COVID. But it means a huge adjustment to lose just one person. But if you lose multiple people, it can be really a nightmare. So definitely shop Abbi's site today. She has a million great projects. If you're not following her YouTube channel, you should be. There's some really, really fantastic projects to see there. So you can see this comes together like pretty quickly. This is a peyote stitch using soft touch beading wire. So I'm using a metallic beading wire thread. And I am, which is awesome because it's going to last a lifetime. It's so super strong. It's, unlike a thread, it's not going to eventually unravel or shred. It is a bona fide wire, and a stainless steel beading wire at that. And I'm just going to build out the pattern long enough that we can see it, and then I can finish this one on my own, maybe on an Instagram reel or something later today. I will be back with Kay from Stars Beads at 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock Pacific time, which would be 4 o'clock Eastern time if you're on the East Coast or near the East Coast. And then Kristen is going to be back this evening with a design as well. I think she starts at 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern. And so she'll be doing another design with our Customer Appreciation Week kit. I'm super excited for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 11, we will be launching new tier cast products and our fall bead line, which is always super fun. We're going to have a ton of new cool bead mixes that were custom made for us by Jesse James Beads, and Sarah James will be with us to talk about working on bead mixes, and we'll definitely be making some fun stuff. I know, Marianne. Marianne's noting that, and William and Andrew are just now getting back to their normal schedule. I know. Yeah, it takes so much time. This is probably too much information, but I have talked about it before. I kept the kids home from school again this year. We're homeschooling. And I was telling Abbi this morning that 50% of the reason why was that we don't want to get sick, and not just COVID, but just sick in general. It goes around, and especially when kids are at school, it slows us down as a family. It slows me down from being able to do my work, and then it slows them down from learning too, because we're sick multiple times a year. And I know it's probably not going to last forever. We probably are going to send them back to traditional school at some point, but it sure is nice to not have to worry about being sick very often. They can still pick things up at activities, and I can still pick things up when I go to the office, but I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful we can keep it this way. Oh, great question, Jan. I have never used soft touch. Is it more like a wire or more like a soft flex coated wire? It is like soft flex, except for it's more flexible. And it comes in all 4 diameters. This is the thinnest, very fine diameter, but it also comes in fine, medium, and heavy, just like regular soft flex. It has the same actual center construction as soft flex, but it goes through a separate process that makes it more flexible and more pliable. And it is the only one that comes in this very, very fine diameter that I'm using today. I think you could maybe use fine for a project like this. It might just have more buoyancy to it if you use a thicker wire. So I'm sticking with the very fine since that's how I learned this project, but there are probably some other options as well. Kirsten says, look at all those beads. So yummy. Yeah, you can get the bundle. You can get 30% off. Oh no, Teresa, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I know. It's really hard. Not just COVID, but all the sickness that goes around in schools is really tough. Tough piece of it. So if you want to win our giveaway today, you must be here live at the end of the video. And all you need to do is tell me which of these rolla beads is your favorite color. You can do the black, the dark royal, the turquoise, the pale blue, the yellow, the light orange, red, metallic copper, travertine chalk white, the metallic gold, metallic silver, or the white. So tell me which color is your favorite, and that will enter you to win our live giveaway. Thomas will be picking one person at the end, and they have to be here present, though, in order to win. So that's kind of how that goes. So we started over here. This was the center. And you can see it continues to build out. And those beads just sort of slip sideways. Interestingly, on this one, for some reason, they haven't been slipping sideways as much. I just was kind of noticing that. It's keeping its straight shape just a little bit more. But I'm not sure if it will eventually sort of slip sideways this way. We'll see. Okay, so that's going to be beautiful. I'll finish that and I'll take a picture for you guys, and I'll post it onto our VIB and Facebook. So same pattern here. I'm just using these 2 colors, and you can see what a difference the color change makes. Like you can get a totally different feeling based on which colors you choose to use. Which is super fun. Okay, so I'm going to build out from my smaller side, which is this side. And I just want to go a little bit further so I have enough cord on the other side to finish the other half. And then we'll attach to this little TerraCast clasp, although that one goes with that. We're attaching this one here. So I'm going to pick up a dark blue bead. And slide in. I know, Wanda, you can do it without a needle. Isn't that cool? Wanda said, I never tried peyote stitch without a needle. And I'm rereading the comments because there's some folks watching on Facebook and there's some folks watching on YouTube. So on YouTube, Wanda's saying that she's never tried that before. Yeah, because it is a stainless steel beading wire, it almost is like a very flexible needle. And that makes it really easy to use for this kind of project too. They are all really pretty. I know. I like all those colors. It was very hard to choose colors. I was like, I just want all of them. Can I just do that? I think there were like twice as many colors. So I'm just stringing through it. When I'm closer up, I can actually just take this and pick up the seed beads, but it's a little more challenging when I'm doing a video to pick up a seed bead. I just sort of look for the ones that are sideways and then string through. I'm really excited for Kay's class today. She's doing an earring class, and she sent me a little kit to go with her earring class, so I get to make along, which I'm also very happy about. But she has some really sparkly beads in her earring kit. Who got Kay's earring kit? That's coming up here in just a little bit. And it is Customer Appreciation Week. So I love that. Marianne says there isn't a color I don't like. Totally. Oh, good, Maria, you have it. That's awesome. This is our schedule for this week. So Abby is supposed to be with us right now, but unfortunately she's under the weather. She's promised to make us a YouTube video for her project and possibly do a second colorway. So we will be in touch with you in the next couple of weeks about that. And we will post it onto our YouTube channel. If you're not following our YouTube channel, please subscribe there. We do so many wonderful collaborations with lots of different companies. I feel like we have very unique content because of that. So definitely subscribe and follow us there so that you don't miss any of our videos. And here's our schedule for the rest of the week. We finished day one yesterday. We had Beads to Live By, which was super fun. She had a really great bracelet, and then Rebecca from Design and Adorn made the most beautiful necklace. I mean, just a stunner. Today we have Kay coming up, and then we have Kristen, our very own Kristen Fagan, will be doing, I think, a necklace is what she was shooting for with that beautiful leaf in the Customer Appreciation Kit. So look out for that. And tomorrow morning, Sarah James will be with us and possibly a surprise guest. I'm leaving it open. I'm not going to tell you, even though I'm not good with surprises. I'm not going to tell you just in case they can't make it. So we'll see. Maybe a surprise guest. And then Mirix Looms tomorrow. Our friend Elena will be with us, and she's got a really beautiful bracelet, beaded bracelet that she made on a Mirix loom. And then I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. and I will finally get to crack open my Customer Appreciation Kit and make something with it as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be 3 days in and I finally get to open the kit. Kristen's going to use all the best parts before I even get to it. All right, so I'm getting closer. I want to make sure I have at least half the bracelet done before I connect so that I know that I have enough wire on my other end to make this work. Let's look and see how this fits me. I feel like this one fit me pretty well. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this one fits me like just perfectly. So I probably want to kind of continue with that same length. I'm getting close to the end here. Probably do just a couple more rows. And then we'll be able to add on that clasp. Mary says, this is my first time to a class. So much fun. I'm homeschooling 5 kids, so it's been hard to make it to a class Oh, that's so great, Mary. We're in the same boat. I'm homeschooling as well. I work full time, so it's a busy schedule, but my mother lives with me. So we trade off and make it work. So I'm glad you could be here, and I'm glad you're doing something for you. Let's see. Kirsten said, "Is there a different size of bead tips, aka clamshells?" That's a great question. You know, we don't use a lot of clamshells. We typically end up using crimps when we use our wire. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave through and then weave back in. And you can see right in there, there's a knot where I tied off the soft touch and glued it. And that's how I'm going to finish it. I think Danielle just weaved back in and trimmed it, and that made me nervous. She's the pro, so I probably should have felt okay about it. But instead, I decided I needed a knot just to feel like it's for sure secure on both sides. You can see my little knot on this side as well. And then when you're looking at it, though, you really don't see it. So that's what we're going to do for our end. As far as bead tips go, I'm not sure. There possibly could be for different sized materials, but it's not something that we sell. Such good questions today. I'm like really, really jazzed that you're all here. I hope you're enjoying Customer Appreciation Week. I see that you guys have been grabbing the Customer Appreciation Week swag bag like crazy. Thank you for that. We still have some left. They're a lot of fun. It is a flip and tumble bag. They're made by a female-owned company here in the Bay Area. And we kind of wanted to spread that sort of empowerment. So we ordered from them. And Kristen designed it. I think she did a really good job as usual. Not, I can't think of a single time that I've ever thought, boy, Kristen did a bad job designing. She's an excellent designer. So this is what the bag looks like. And it just pulls out of here. It's very cool. It's a big one too. Here, let me go to this screen. It's a big bag. Like it's a full-sized, put on your arm sort of bag. Goes down to my... So it's just handy. And then we stuffed it full of things from the presenters this week. So there are some beads in there. There's wire. There's gift certificates. There's discount coupons. There's all sorts of really cool stuff. And you can find that at softflexcompany.com. And there are a limited supply of them. So you do want to grab it pretty soon. Oh, good. Sherry's entering our giveaway. Good job, Sherry. She likes the silver rolla beads. You must be present at the end to win the giveaway today. And we will be doing a giveaway every single hour of Customer Appreciation Week, every single episode, I guess is how I should say it. So I'm so curious to see if this is going to connect as smoothly as this did, because you see how this is more diagonal, whereas this has been more straight up and down. I'm curious to see what's going to happen here at the end. Oh, Stacy likes the travertine in white. Vanessa likes the yellow. I like yellow too. Brenda can't wait to get her bag. I know. I can't wait for all of you to get your bags too. We did coffee mugs last year and they were such a big hit. We had to do something again this year. And I think that bag is just so useful. I love when things are actually useful. Okay, so now we have to remember how to do the end. So I feel like I'm just going to work with, I can probably work with the whole clasp. So the way that we did it here is we did our bottom bead And then we added that in. So I'm going to take my blue bead, my dark blue bead. I'm going to string the bottom loop on my temple clasp. Now, these are magnetic, so look what, because this is wire, look at what happens. So just be prepared for that. You might have to argue with it a little bit. Oh. And then I'm going to take my wire up through this tanzanite colored bead. Pale blue is what they call it, but I think it's very, very similar to tanzanite. So it's right there. And then next, it looks like we just go through this blue bead, possibly. Let me see if that's true. I wonder if I should try to add, yeah, I don't think I could fit a bead in there. So let's just try it. Let's try going through the blue bead and see what ends up happening. I've only done the 3-strand version, so, oh, well, I got to get the clasp first. Silly. So before you do anything else, send your wire through the second loop of the clasp. And I cannot believe I'm teaching a seed bead pattern, you guys. Where is Danielle when you need her? She's going to be here later this week. She's so great. What a just amazingly talented lady she is. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. And then I'm going to weave back in. It matches what I've got here. Okay, let's set this aside again. And then I'm just going to weave back. So I'm going to come through this dark blue, and I wove through like a number of times just to feel really like it's really secure. So what I'm going to do is take it up through here and then back through that metal loop. That is the weak point in this design, is where that metal is rubbing on the soft touch. So anything we can do to reinforce it is good. I think I've got my wires twisted here. And just take your time. I know I'm going kind of slow and deliberate, but this is the part that matters the most in the design. How it's all connected at the end is going to mean whether it stays together or whether it falls apart. And so if you've spent the time making something, even though you might be tired of it and ready to let go of it, I know one of the tips that I heard, I think Kate Richburg give once, that I thought was just brilliant, is don't finish the same day you're making something. Make it, set it aside, and then finish like when you have a fresh brain, so that you don't rush the finishing part, because it is so important. So you can see now I've passed through that piece twice. I'm going to come around the side, and I'm going to go back up to pass through that one twice as well. And you also want to be careful with soft touch. If you really rush and when it's in a loop like this, you can end up kinking the wire if you pull it too fast. So just sort of go slow, let it naturally unwind. And that's 2 through each. So I feel pretty good about that. If you wanted to pass back again, you could, but I'm going to go with just 2. And then now I'm going to weave back kind of into my project to a space where I feel like I can put a little knot in it. Okay, go here. Who does seed beading? Do you knot it when you finish it, or do you just weave back in and then cut it off? And how does that not make you super nervous? That is my biggest question. Oh, let's see. Marianne says, I like to make something, but then usually wait until the next day to crimp and attach the clasp. I think that's good. Gail says she does both. Karen just weaves. You're brave, Karen. Usually just weave and it doesn't come apart. I don't know. That makes me so nervous. Patty says she does both. Knot is a must. That's how I feel. That is amazing. Gail says nothing's unraveled on her. Never had anything unravel. That is just fascinating to me. I'm going to knot because it makes me too nervous. So I'm going to come in now that I've gone back a few rows. I mean, the nice part about a project like this is it didn't take me hours upon hours to finish it. So it's not like one of those traditional bead weaving projects where you spent so much time on it that it's crazy to think about it falling apart. But I still don't want it to fall apart. So, I kind of would like it to stay together. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go around 2 wires that are coming out of this center bead. So my wire is coming out here. I'm going to wrap it around the 2 wires here. So I'm going around the 2 wires. And then I'm going to go through my loop here to create a knot. And this is the tricky part. You want to kind of get in there as close as you can. So I'm going to kind of lay it down and use my fingernail to sort of pull that knot down there. Now you can rip this wire. It is tender enough that you can rip it. So you don't want to pull too hard yet on it. And I'm going to go ahead and make another knot. So I'm now going around again, back through. So you can see what that kind of looks like. This is a knot tying stainless steel. It's very, very strong. You want to make sure that knot's pretty secure. And then we're going to just get a little bit of our E6000 glue. You can find this on our website. Let me get a little piece of wire I can use too. That's how I... Okay, get some white soft flex here in 019. I'm going to use it as a way to get my glue onto my knot between those beads. I'm going to open up my E6000, take my little bit of soft flex medium here and grab a little dab of glue. And then I'm going to come in here and just dab that glue on top of that knot. I typically will not cut the wire off until the glue has really set. So I'm just going to cut this to like here, just to make it easier. And then I will cut it off at the knot when I feel like it's fully secure. And then that's what I do just on the other side too. I'm going to bead up the other side, and then I will be attaching to the side of the clasp on the other side so they match up. And then I will weave back in and knot. So that is the deal. And you can do this in lots of different, see my glue getting on my tray here. You can do this in lots of different color combinations. You know, I'm also doing the turquoise and gold, but I could see like silver and blue being really pretty. You could do Christmas colors if I had my green. Gold and red would be pretty for Christmas. If you're thinking fall, you could even do 4 different colors if you wanted to. You could do something like this and do a different color for every row. That would be fun. Turquoise and yellow would be really pretty together. I would love that. Terry was just saying these are her favorite colors, but imagine what that bracelet would look like in the turquoise and yellow. Oh, blue and silver, your wedding colors. Awesome. Yeah, so lots of different combinations if you're thinking about Halloween. Orange and black could be really fun. Hang some fun little Halloween charms from it. So I think it's a really fun project. I'm glad I got to revisit it today. Even if I am sad to miss Abby, you're getting a bonus video because Abby's still going to do her video. She's just going to do it. She's just going to do it at a later time when she's feeling better. She offered to do it today, but I said I felt like that wasn't a great idea because, you know, it's very hard to talk when you're sick and very hard to keep your brain going too. So I think it would be great if she does a nice video where she feels up to it and can really teach at the level Abby can teach at when she feels good. So we are sending our love to Abby. We hope that she feels better soon. And we still have so many fun things coming up today. Thomas, why don't you go ahead and pick our winner while I post the schedule of events. We've got Kay coming up at 1 o'clock Pacific. I will be back with Kay. We'll be making earrings. Then we've got Kristen at 3 o'clock. She will be doing our Customer Appreciation Week kit from Softflex. Tomorrow morning, we have a huge, huge product launch at 11 a.m. with Jesse James Beads. We'll also be having brand new tiara cast components, which I'm super excited about. And then we have Mirix Looms coming up too later in the week. Danielle, whose project we were doing today, will be with us for a brand new project using Softflex wire. And then Jill Wiseman, who is just the best teacher around when it comes to bead weaving and beading. She's doing a bead weaving project on carrier beads and then stringing it on Softflex. And you guys are going to love it. We have Joyce from Just Beat It on Thursday as well, Sam and Nile, and then a quick after party at the end. So we have a huge week ahead. Who is our winner? Giveaway winner is Barbara. Is Barbara here? Barbara Bird, are you here to claim your prize? We will send you a Peace and Love kit because we still have extras. Or if you had that kit, let us know when you email info@softlickscompany.com to claim your prize. Let us know and we will pick another kit of equal value. Is she here? Barbara Bird, did you stick around to win your prize? If not, stick around. We might pick another winner. I'm just going to sip my coffee. My husband talked me into a concert last night for one of his favorite bands that hasn't toured in like 12 years. But meanwhile, by like 11 o'clock on a Monday night, I was like, I'm tired this morning. I'm paying for it. Thomas, did you see Barbara? I wonder if we should put a time limit on it before we move on to someone else. What do you think? Barbara Bird, are you here? All right. I think I'm going to give a 1 minute signal. You have 1 minute to claim your prize before we pick another winner. Oh, Nancy's going to see Tom Jones tonight. I hope it doesn't go as late. I think she flew the coop. I agree. Let's see. We might have to pick a new winner. Hopefully you guys stick around so that we can do that. Stacy says my bedtime is 7:30. Anything after 10, I am just done for. I mean, I just had like water streaming out of my eyes. Like I was so tired. Oh, Lynn, how can we get Thomas to teach more classes? Thomas has actually never taught a beading class. I think you might be thinking of James. I would love for James to teach more classes. He's just so busy with our procurement. And then I think you have to be in the right mode to be creating classes. Yeah, I thought you meant James. He's a really good teacher. Maybe one of these days we'll talk him into something. We got to get him less work. He's got his hands full, that guy. We have some people behind the scenes, you guys, at Softlex that are working their tails off. Danielle, we did your project today. Abby was sick, and so we had to do a project on the fly. So I decided to pick up the smaller version of your project, the for the 2-strand clasp. You would have been helpful earlier because I had questions. Okay, let's pick a new, last call for Barbara Bird. Let's pick a new winner. Hopefully someone who's here. Let's see. Yes, Wanda, everybody's included. Here we go. Ooh, is it Eva? Eva, are you here? Are we going to go through this usually the person's here. So we haven't ever had to try to figure it out if they're not here. Have backup people ready, Thomas. We have to go through a whole list. Danielle, we're so excited to see your project later this week. I think you're on Thursday, right? And you're really the catalyst for us buying all of these rolla beads. I can't believe it. But man, I think they're going to be so popular. They're really, really pretty. Let's see. Is she here? Eva Whale. We did do a brand new bundle I don't know if you saw that, Danielle, but we added a bundle where you can get all of the colors and you get 30% off, which is awesome. What do you think, Eva? I see Shelva says she's here. That's not the same person though, right? No, she flew too. Lois, say it ain't so. Lois says she flew the coop too. Oh my goodness. Jinx. You owe me a Coke. I know, pinch poke. That's funny. I said it the same time you typed it. That's amazing. What'd Kristen say? I still have to play with those 2-strand magnet clasps. Ooh, yeah. And the roller beads. Did you get the roller beads yet, Kristen? Hopefully they're sending you a bundle so you can start playing with those too. We are having a hard time finding a giveaway person. But we're doing it at random pick, so, you know, hard to tell if you're still here or not. You have to be here to win. It wouldn't be fair to all of you that hung out here this whole time to find out. Give it to Melanie Charno. Marianne says, Thomas failed to pick a present person. He's really slipping. Totally. Whoa, look at Lois says, I even went and had a bone scan and came back. So that's some commitment. All right, here comes the next one. Patty. Patty. Are you here? Please be here. Or we might be here until I am going to meet up with Kay at this rate. Which one? Oh, my iPhone watch is talking to me. Yay, Patty! You are our winner today. You win a Peace and Love kit. Please email info@softluxcompany.com. If you did already get that kit and you would like the Spider Queen kit instead, just let us know and we will take care of that for you. Or if you want to get one of the future kits because you've gotten both of those, just say it in the email and we'll work it out. All right. Congratulations, Patty. And thank you, everybody, for being such good customers and so understanding of Abby's not feeling well. And we'll look for her video here in a couple of weeks, like she said, and we will definitely post it to our YouTube channel as well and let all of you know when that goes live. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the bead weaving project that we suddenly launched into. And I will be back at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern with Kay Goss from Stars Beads. And we're going to have a great time making earrings. It's going to be Earring Palooza this afternoon. And I am in it to win it. I wonder if Kay and I should have a race. Who can make the most earrings? I love a good challenge. All right. Love you guys. See you in just a little bit. And then, of course, Kristen will be back this evening to 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern with our Customer Appreciation Week kit. Go grab your swag bag while they're around. All right. Bye, everybody.